Hello, my name is Zhatelier and welcome back for another episode of EU5. There we go, I finally got it. EU5 as Sweden. So, in previous episode we were starting to build up a bit of our economy. It's still not all that great, but we are starting to get into a bit more meaningful. I suppose the base tax is still only 40, but we're getting a bit of buildings that are hopefully going to start increasing our income quite a bit. And we did pay off the loans, which is another thing that will hopefully be figured out. Also, the colonies in the north are going alright, but yeah, the taxation is still rather rubbish. There's no denying that. But in the north, we've still got 3 more locations before this particular province is fully colonized. I was about to say converted, but well, I suppose partially converted, maybe. But money-wise, we're doing alright. We might go ahead and upgrade another one of the RGOs, actually, next. The integration in Estonia and Karelia is still going very slowly, though. There's not much I can do about that. I mean, there probably are things that we could do about that. Who is this one? Oh, Pskov has a revolt, alright then. And Lithuania Minor is still fighting against the... Oh, right, we lost the Admiral of the Royal... Wow, hold on a bit, he wasn't even that old. Oh, this... Oh, hold on, let's give it the objective again. Admittedly, the fleet is still so small that it doesn't really matter too much. Well, we do have over 50 maritime presence at least in here, so I suppose it doesn't hurt that much. But it's not necessarily quite as good. Let's have a look at the proximity slightly. So we can see that, yeah, around our capital is alright. We've got a little bit of proximity in Obu, but beyond that it's basically nothing. Or in the negatives even. Now, eventually what we can do is we can get coastal fortifications, and that is going to increase the naval presence even further, and that might be useful. I do wonder... So, Obu, there's a bit of... Well, there's a papermaker's guild, or tailor's guild that we could build in here. It wouldn't be a whole lot of taxable income necessarily, but I suppose it will hopefully increase the development indirectly. So yeah, we'll build a tailor's guild in there, sure. I mean, we're getting to the point where we can start building another building every, you know, few months. Maybe not a few months, but like half a year or so. Depends, of course, which market it's in. But yeah, I think we are actually gaining a bit more power in here. Oh, France praises our conviction again. Yeah, you know what? We'll hold into that. So how's the Western Schism looking like? Langres is leading. Yeah, I don't think we really need to worry about this. This is some silly things down south. Oh, there we go, 7 ducats a month now. We're making quite a bit of money. Now, I do wonder, actually... Oh, one of the things that we could do... I don't know if we are allowed to do that right now, but, like, build up a trade office down here in Lübeck. We need a bit more money for that. 2 more months and we could do that. And then we can start importing or exporting stuff between Lübeck and Stockholm, for example. That reminds me, though, how is the professional army? It is not really present on any of our areas yet. So, yeah, that's a problem. Banking, well, it's slowly starting to spread to us as well, but hasn't really spread to anything. Neither has Renaissance. We could get the Royal Court at some point. That would increase the crown power a bit further, but that is a bit expensive building. At the same time, that extra crown power could be useful. Grove Stockholm attracts Bundesstadt. Our new champion would get a little bit upset because of that, but that would be a bit more... Ooh. That would be a lot of pops moving to Södermanland. It would move us a bit more towards centralization, so I think that's alright. Oh, the Punda. Oh, right, so it's people moving from here right now. I suppose this one's... Oh, that's a lot of labourers to move. Well, not ideal. But hey, there we go. Base tax in Stockholm is already 11. Actually, let's have a look at the base tax. Oh, yeah, Stockholm isn't entirely... Oh, and Volgas broke the alliance. Alright then. For the base tax, I suppose we have 0 on most of these areas, but... Yeah. It's improving. We've got 40 ducats. I guess we need 1 more month, and then we should be able to build the trade office in Lübeck. Oh, we don't have good enough relations with them. Well, that can be fixed. But it does mean... Oh, yeah, we can get that way up. So, we could build something else in the meanwhile. How's this we're looking at? We could build something in there. Let's have a look. What is the... Oh, Taylor's Guild over there would be pretty profitable. Sure. All the tailor skills. I'm actually building 3. Oh, hold on a minute. Is this... I'm building all 3 of these. Right. I was wondering if that some of that is some of the estates, but no, it's all me. Now in chirping, we could go ahead and upgrade the dye maker over here. It doesn't have a huge profits, but it would allow us to have dyes which we can then use to make even more fine cloth. So I think that would be profitable in the long run for sure. Even during February, we're still making over 5 ducats a month, so yeah, we are starting to be in a much better situation now in terms of cash. Still not ideal, but much better. Oh, and the civil war in Skull is still raging on. I wonder, does this get blockaded every now and then? But yeah, I think at least Gulf of Bothnia does freeze over. I think the Kraken as well does. Ashby, oh. Okay, which one of these is closer to the capital? Okay, that's pretty far north, and that's, well, to the southwest. Neither one of these is particularly good. I guess we'll support the Harrisand down here. We've got a little bit more control for a while. Not for a long while, mind you, but for a little while. It might be also time to start thinking maybe building a town over here. Actually, oh, hold on a minute. What's the not particularly great natural harbors, actually. Uma is not too bad, so we could build a town there, and then Uleborg could get a town as well. So we can get a little bit of a control spread over this way as well. It might take a while, but I think that would be a potentially useful. Got a lot of Diplo points available. Let's improve opinion with... we can't improve opinion with Bohemia too much. We'll improve relations with France, sure. And maybe England as well. Maybe we can get a bit of trade going down that way. All those ways. We've got almost enough points. Actually, sort of chirping, is there anything else that we might want to build in here? I mean, the Tailor's Guild would be... We could get a Spinner's Guild, I guess, over here. Just to mix it up a little bit. So it's not all just building the fine cloth. We need to wait for another month to be able to build that. There we go. Now we can do that. So, yeah, we'll get a Spinner's Guild there. Because they've got some... I don't think that actually makes much of a difference. Or maybe it is part of the same province, at least, where they produce the wool. So maybe it does help. Slightly. But maybe it is time for us to indeed start building some of the roads. At least get the Uppsala Heavy Road, which I have mentioned already several episodes ago. We do need to build that at some point. How much was that cost, though? That is 102 ducats. Okay. I think we could probably afford that at some point. But perhaps we'll go ahead and start building up a bit more buildings. And we'll maybe start, you know, after every building, we keep the minimum money a little bit higher, and then a little bit higher, and that way we can afford that while also expanding our economy further. Ooh. Right, this is the ruler's granddaughter. Oh, but there's also the other branch. Okay. Well, she is intelligent, at least. Oh, there's a windmill being built down there. Oh, and nobility satisfactory equilibrium plus 2.5%, so that might mean actual some taxes again from them. It's not much. 0.14 ducats a month, but hey. It is better than nothing. How's the colony coming along? That is still 3 more locations in there. We'll slowly have those. The truce with Volga is about to end, so we don't actually have a truce with Novgorod. Oh, and Novgorod has just annexed Pskov. Now, I could potentially... Actually, how's the control looking like down here these days? 45, okay, so potentially... Some of these areas would still be okay. Not really great, but how long would it take us to annex Scania? That would be 40 years. That is still a lot of time. Let's improve relations with them first, I guess. Make sure that they are loyal. Maybe that's going to go faster then. Also, they probably increase their base tax and all that so much that that might be part of the reason. It looks like Scania is going to be quite a prosperous area. If we could just make sure that we actually get that money out of there, that'd be nice. I mean, I suppose they are paying us some, aren't they? Yeah, 2.5 ducats per month, actually, not bad. Like, it's not a huge chunk of our income, but it is a significant enough portion of the profits. Right, there's not a whole lot of burgers available in Stockholm. We could also go ahead and upgrade the wheat production in Uppsala again. It's still 0.73, although I suppose, actually, perhaps we should instead try to get the... Oh, no, that's not available yet. We could build up the wool production up here. That would still be 1.19. Sure, we'll get that underway, then we'll start saving us some money. Oh, and that's another location done up here. There's 2 more locations. And that is all done. We could go ahead and get another ship over here, I think. But of course, well, I suppose it's going to have to be one of the traditional galleys, and we don't have the money for that quite yet. We've got some sailors at least, so that's good. But yeah, there's a little bit more work to do on getting all of that sorted out. Agrarian communities. Because we're pretty hard into the... Oh, actually, that extra stability is... You know what? Yeah, sure, we'll encourage that. That does mean that we can probably tax our estates a bit further now. Not a huge amount, but hey, it's still better than nothing. And that's about 7 ducats a month in December. Polish-Volga War intervening against Denmark or Poland. Okay, so what's this war about? Poland and Denmark and the Polish vassals versus Volgas, Magdeburg, Lüneburg, Oldenburg, and us nobles. Neither side has a whole lot of troops raised yet, but I suspect the Polish will be able to... That's 11,000. Danes have another 9,000, so that's 20,000. I doubt the HRE miners over here can get enough. No. I suppose, who's the HRE leader right now? Is it Bohemia? Possibly. Oh, the Holy Roman Emperor. Yeah, I guess that tracks. So, if they were to intervene, I don't know how much... oh yeah, that's 20,000. So if Bohemia intervened in that war, then things might be quite different. Oh, Volgas has improved trust with us. And so now you want to be friendly with us, now that you are getting screwed over. What is Lithuania? I suppose that, yeah, they're raising up some more troops again. Integration is still going very slowly. Okay, now we've got our own family. So this is the Catherine that is going to be our future ruler, probably. So let's get a royal marriage if we can. Who do we want to potentially get a claim onto? That's a count. Oh, that's okay. North of Bohemia. There's Hesse, Holstein Plan. I mean, that wouldn't necessarily be too bad. That is just a courtier, though. That's the heir of Yuli. Oh. Okay, now we're talking. With the heir. So, I should be able to get a personal union there, then. Start getting a bit of influence in the HRE. Through marriages. Doing the Habsburg way, I guess. Except, you know, without the chin. Right, we've still got quite a bit of unrest. I suppose especially Estonia is looking a bit worse for wear. I wonder if we should perhaps try to improve some of the productions in here, just to make sure that there's actual food production. Significant or sufficient numbers, because right now, of course, the attrition is still a bit of a nuisance in here. What else could we actually build in here that might be useful? Actually, can we build the library yet, or do we still need to get more books, probably? Not enough books on the Stockholm market, okay. There's the market warehouse as well, which could be useful. But we are a bit, well, I wouldn't say low on cash, but we're saving up some cash now to eventually get that road upgrade in here. Just so that Heavy could get a little bit better. So what's, right, yeah, that's going through Enchirping. Ah, okay. Oh, Gorm Roskill is now dead. Oh, hold on a minute. Oh. Teutonic-Lithuania minor war. Okay, so who's in there? Who are you fighting? It's just Lithuania minor. Okay, sure, we'll join in. It does mean that our maintenance is going to go up a little bit. I don't know if we'll be able to get much out of this, but honestly, if we can just strengthen Teutonic Order, I'm okay with that. Or the Livonian Order, for that matter. We've got the regulars over here, but that probably isn't enough. I'm thinking maybe we should go ahead and just raise some levies to the north. Let's get these. I don't know if we can get anything from Estonia. No, that's basically nothing. We'll mostly take the troops from Finland, I guess, because we don't need to get a ship to get the troops as close necessarily. I don't know if we can go through Novgorod, though. So maybe we do still need to get a ship. We'll get the troops. We've still got the regular troops over here, but we're just going to keep them in there. Because honestly, they are still running out of manpower anyway. I don't know if there's going to be much of an army, to be fair, but hey, it's better than nothing, and... Let's see, so I suppose, yeah, the enemy's got 1,600 men, but they're also fighting a different war. So I don't think it's going to be that bad. Assume that Livonia will actually start raising their troops. They're raising some troops. Oh, they got 1200, yeah. Once we combine our troops, we can then hopefully get into here. I'm not actually entirely sure if we can. Oh, and there we go. We got Riksdag. Get back to Stockholm. We're going to get integration. Oh, integration Revel has increased by 20%. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Yes, please. And what's the privilege? Feudal mercenary contracts. That would increase their power. But mercenaries would be cheaper. That would make them a bit happier. The drop on the other groups, though, well, it's actually not that bad. I don't know if I want to give more privileges to the nobility, though. They are already quite powerful. But I think if we don't have to, we don't do that. Let's put it that way. Yeah, Lithuanians already pushing in. I'm just going to let them do most of the work. I will still send a bit of help if we can actually move in there. I don't know if we can. I've only got a small army down here in Burgher right now. A lot of it is still on its way. Members is Scandal. We'll let it slide. There's a bit of prestige. So 300 men. Has 900. Okay. So we can't actually try. You know what? We're just gonna go ahead and disband these. There's not much I can do. What I could do is maybe go ahead and send in the fleet down here to provide a bit of blockade. That's a bit. Like the Teutons are doing pretty good though. They'll need to seize down Kaunas, which I don't think they'll be able to. But at least if they can keep the things sort of under control there. Oh, we've got 46 ducats alright. Not too shabby. Oh, the occupation blockades are already doing pretty good. I don't know how much the blockade is actually doing. No, it says the occupation, so the blockade is actually not doing anything. I don't know if we can... Oh, right, no. Do we need to give the orders to blockade separately? Or is that might just be a mission? Yeah, no, it's not a huge amount. Now, if we can even blockade, it's probably not going to be a whole lot. I guess it's the... Oh, right, blockade capacity 0.21. I don't know if that's counted as base tax? Or development. Oh, it's probably development. So it would not be enough to blockade this. Also, speaking of development, is there... What does it do? Oh, right, yeah. It's the... Oh, yeah, we need to get someone in charge of the integration of Estonia. I guess that's going to be military things, so... Adam over here will do. I don't know how we're getting these clergy members that are really good at... Well, I suppose, yeah, it might be from the Teutonic Order or something. But clergy members that are really good at military. That's the occupation there. Oh, there we go. So they got a little bit more. Is that... Oh, right. They got that now under control, at least. Advanced readers, Catholic pilgrims. So monthly religious influence improves slightly. Got 30 ducats right now. We could perhaps go ahead and build something else. We've got some burghers available again in Stockholm. Although, I suppose we could try to get the wheat production again. Or... we'll build the fish in Narva just to make sure that there's enough food production. Or in Revel, but is there something that we might actually really want in here? Most of these aren't really going to be that useful, necessarily. Because we won't be able to tax most of it. Well, the marketplace could be useful. Actually, did we have a marketplace already maxed out in Stockholm? It's not maxed out, it's level 2 out of 4. That might actually be useful, just to get the extra trade. But we need 42 ducats for that. I guess that's alright. Oh dear, we lose a bit of support. Okay, so now we need to take the... what are his measures? Conciliatory movement. Do we get a bit of war exhaustion? Conciliatory, we're a bit more towards belligerent right now. Or change policy. What's this one? Traditional law policy. Ooh, there's a lot of stability lost there. I don't think I like that one. Conciliatory movement would be okay, I guess. The war exhaustion isn't ideal, but I think we can manage that. Because we're not actually taking any war exhaustion right now. I don't want to lose the banking process. So I guess, you know what, we'll just grant the privilege for the nobility. It's not the end of the world. It might keep them a bit happier as well, which means that we can then tax them more. So I think overall that might still be fine. And we can integrate Revel a bit faster. That is very much useful. That's going to get us over 50%, finally. So hopefully we'll be able to complete this in due time. And Karelia is already, well, that's probably going to be 1419 when that's going to complete. But there we go. And if we have a look at Revel now, or the Estonia integration, that's going to be done in 1402. So that's sped up quite significantly. Now, the downside in here is that the sieges, the warfare itself, I don't know if Teutons will actually be able to get much from this war. Or if the rebellion will be just fully annexed by Lithuania. Erosion of faith, oh, bollocks. Again? Guess we'll take the stability hit now. Because I don't want to constantly lose the clergy's opinion of us even further. I mean, it's below 50 right now, and the commoners would also go below the levels there, so that's just not viable. Ooh, unmarried children. Oh, Rakissa. Well, she's already 40. I don't think she needs another husband, quite frankly. Oh, reformation of the army. I'm going to lean further into the offense. That will be useful in the long run. Oh, the Patriots from Estonia are still a bit of a problem. But those once we start getting a bit of the areas integrated, that will hopefully help. Still conquered town, of course. That's 1402 when that is going to be done. So that's still the slowest one, I guess. Maybe that's going to be 1394, so another 14 years for some of these. Yeah, okay. So that's what's going on. Food is going down in Riga. Well, I suppose there's a lot of fighting going on, so there's a lot less farmers for some reason. Oh, they stopped the siege of Kaunas again. Oh, bollocks. They're not really doing this very smartly, are they? I mean, they've got a lot of stuff occupied down here in the south. A little bit over here near the coastline. Actually, are you going to... No, you're just sitting there. I'm going to go and send my army to help there. Not much, but we can go ahead and siege down at least some of the stuff. And just give control of that to our friends. Let's move in here, siege down that one. So at least we get a little bit war participation, rather. There we go. We'll give control of this to the Teutons. We do have 400,000 people. So that's going to switch hands already. Is there anything else? I suppose there's, of course, the sieger over there that we could help. Or we could go for Zhatelier. Try to help the sieger there. Oh! Okay, Lithuania is no longer in the war, by the looks of it. Oh, no, there still are. Someone got pieced out, though. Can we see over here? Not really. Let's see, so who do you have truce? Osk, Torpets, and Pinsk. And Turov. Okay, so that was the ones that pieced out. They've still got quite a few other nations in here. Okay, if we can help a little bit with the sieging of the various province capitals over here. Oh, that's another one pieced out. They're probably just piecing out the various subject nations. Oh, is that the capital? It is the capital. That's already been seized down by Teutons. Oh, we took the control of this. Oh, I'm just going to hand that over to Teutons again. And then do with it what they want. There is, of course, that fort over there. I think I'm just going to go ahead and move back to the coastline. I've done my part. We're running out of manpower. But it's, you know, it's helping them a little bit by getting a few more states. Or two full provinces for their control. So I suspect that the war score is already pretty good. We've done 3% war participation. It's not a whole lot. We're not going to stay here for battle. And we'll get the troops back to Reval. There we are. And then we'll just get the fleet back into Stockholm. And we'll give it the orders to do the patrol in there. It probably won't patrol a whole lot yet. How's the enemy armies now? They got 400, oh, about 500 men total. Yeah, it's not looking too great for them. We got already 70% war score. What's the war goal anyway? Ah, take which one is it actually? I don't know. Oh, over here. Ah, that's what they were after. Okay. No, it's almost sieging down the fort. So they've got the fortifications in both Trakai and Kaunas. That's what's holding up, well, everyone back at this point. Oh, there would be another siege that could be done there. Oh, peace deal. So Samogiria was released. And then they give 73 ducats. I don't know if we got anything out of that. Maybe a tiny bit. But yeah, they cede a lot of territory to the Teutons. Samogiria is now a thing. Is that one a vassal or anything? No, they're just duchy. They got truces. They don't have any rivals or, for that matter, any friends really either. Not yet, anyway. Right, professional army is still not really present in our nation. Oh, right, we wanted to go and build that market office in here. Are we able to do that yet? Not yet, okay. Oh, well, there we go, that's another core. So this one is 100 ducats. That's still a bit too much. But we're not too far from starting to build that. So if we can get that road built, that'd be nice. It's a small little expansion. Eventually we'll probably want to have a road just following along north here. It might not be all that useful yet. Because we can get some more towns along the way and all that. I think that's going to be alright. But like, especially for the northern areas of the Baltics where they freeze over winter. So we need to make sure that, you know, we've got alternative roads to get to those areas. To not just have control drop drastically during winter every time. There's still probably some of that will happen, but I'd rather not have it happen constantly. The County of Estonia. You've got some enemies, you've got some rivals. If we were to declare war, we don't have a casus belli. If we go just no casus belli, that would be about 30 stability. It's a bit much. There's also quite a bit of, yeah, I don't think they have much of an army though. 500 men, yeah, that's something that we could easily deal with. And then we could just go ahead and take over their lands and vassalize them. They maybe even... I don't know, I mean, at the same time, we're kind of integrating Estonia already. So we could potentially just conquer that, but at the same time, it will allow us to maybe focus on the further areas down here first. Oh, poor harvest, oh dear. That is a lot of money that we just had to pay. Oh, there's also a monastery over here. Oh. Could potentially just remove that, because we don't have a whole lot of Orthodox over here, do we? We do. Never mind. We'll let that be for now. The overall population there is probably quite tiny. So we've still got one more location in here to be colonized for the Westerbotten, and then we can start going for the... I think, yeah, we'll go for the Finland's inland over here. There's two partials there. Oh. Onto Estonia. Oh, I wonder... How unlikely would they be to become a vassal? About minus 49. So not that likely. At least yet. But we could improve relations with them. And then maybe somewhere down the line we can also get them as a vassal without having to fight them. That might be alright. Save a bit of manpower and all that. Right, I think it's time for us to build something in Stockholm again. The base taxes there, less than 10 still. We could get a Carpenter's Guild, that would be alright. There's all the Saltpeter Guild and Die Makers Guild. Looking up with the library. Actually, how's the Scriptorium? How much would that be worthwhile? It's more than half of the ducats. You know what? We could build that. Get more books into the market. Might not be sufficient, but I'm hoping that at least it's an improvement. Yeah, we don't have enough production yet. There's a lot of consumption for books, but that's about it. But yeah, I guess we can start building those scriptoriums in various locations. Like, I guess Visby might not be a bad idea for that either. We don't have the money for it yet, and it's not actually quite as great currently. We can start expanding that network a little bit. We're going to build the road, but honestly... Oh, jousting tournament. Okay, we're going to watch our son do the jousting. We'd get some legitimacy or money, or Spokomania dies, or we just take the legitimacy. Or prestige. I'm going to do legitimacy so that we don't need to pay for the increase there currently. We're currently getting... Oh, the peasant levies. Right, that's what we're looking. Not necessarily the most useful things. It doesn't necessarily hurt either. Oh, right. I did want to increase the fleet size, didn't I? I need to wait for one more month before we can get another one. But yeah, let's get another traditional galley here. Just to increase the naval presence slightly further. And there we are. That's going to give us just 4 ships. I don't think it's going to be a whole lot of, well, blockade capability or anything like that. But it'll hopefully give us a bit more naval presence over here again. To just reduce the movement through here. Also, I should probably go and give it the orders for the patrol the seas again. It's not a huge amount of area, but hopefully we can eventually get to some meaningful amounts. Right now, it's still going to be very small increases overall. But I do see that we are actually out of time for this episode, so if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll forget the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.